Okay.
All right, Ty.
Probably go off and cry and don't get all of them.
So we're going to make sure we've got tissue around here.
Okay. Good idea to write these things down after today. Like straight
You could do it with a cue card.
You can do.
Probably when you read what I've put, most of the
It will
things
all
I've
be-
I've covered. So I'm going to have a little look. Right, what skincare are you using?
LMS.
LMS. Okay, that's fine because I haven't really got anything particular in there that's got any harsh sort of products in. Would you say your skin's sensitive a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay, so you've got a little something going on the top lip here. Come and have a look, ladies.
Yeah, I waxed it on Saturday.
Oh God,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
That's why I
You've
pulled
got
the
like a
skin
little
so much.
abrasion.
No, because I'm doing it on my skin.
Where did you
to
wax? Just
myself.
your top lip?
Just my top lip.
Right, okay, so
Oh, and sorry, just a little bit here.
right,
Yeah.
right, okay. So
But that's why it's
we're going to
spotty.
have to be a little bit careful there because she only done it on Saturday. So I'm not going to do the top lip,
No.
but I'm going to show you what I would do if I was doing the top lip, if you know what I mean. Because obviously she's had that wax and she will react afterwards with that. It's too soon, okay? So, but what we can do is, right, I need some Vaseline now.
There's some just around that corner
Yeah,
and some
and
Q-tips
tips.
as well.
So how long do you have to wait after waxing then? How
Oh,
long?
it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
2
weeks.
days, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks. Have our gloves again? They are
Next time you top lip.
I
gloves.
know, I usually do.
Where were the
because I was
gloves,
doing
ladies? There was a
at
box
home.
of them there.
Oh, I've got
Right.
some.
You've got
Oh,
one.
that's it.
That's the one.
That's better.
Yeah.
I prefer it with hot wax.
Right, we
Yeah.
now need
You don't
to.
get spots.
Oh yeah.
We now got around
And
to
I've done it
there.
before. We just better.
We now need to actually mix up some powder.
Okey-dokey.
So we're going to mix up.
I don't know if you'd like
Yeah.
to. I don't mind.
And then. Oh, should I put some gloves on? Should I, or...
Yeah, you should really. So we're going to mix the paste up, and whilst that's happening, I'm going to be putting some Vaseline. Now, when you do the face, you want to ask your client, because a lot, they've got sideburns.
Yeah,
where do they
you
want?
go to?
We're not
Yeah.
barbers.
No.
We're not barbers.
No.
We're not hairdressers.
No.
At the end of the day, so I've had clients who would be going, "Oh, but my sideburn this and my sideburn that," and I'm like, "Listen, I'm not here to shape your
No.
sideburns.
But mine's just there, isn't it?
So-
I just like all that bit gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I tend to
Fluffy
do
bit.
is, I would normally see this here.
Mhm.
I would normally take that back
Yeah,
because that's
it,
not
'cause that's
really.
the long hair.
Yeah,
That's
for
not
a
really-
hairline, isn't it?
That's not really
fluff.
my job
No,
to be removing that,
no.
and not only that, you get yourself into situations where you took it off and then
Where do you start?
so you got to
Yeah.
sort of
So
move.
sorry,
Sorry,
it.
sorry, do you have a
Sorry.
clean bowl? I don't have any bowls in.
Yeah, I've put it. Where did I put it? The black one.
Oh, you want the little
With the
one,
mix.
really? Ideally, you want the little one.
So I'm going to just put some Vaseline on the back of my hand, so I'm not.
So can you go over moles on the face?
I would be careful.
So like
with
that one?
moles.
Whereas like with my
Yeah.
ones, I've got loads of those.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I would
Just put
probably just
Vaseline
that.
on
No,
it.
they're not really.
Just-
They're like freckles,
yeah,
but I
just-
would just probably cover that
Yeah.
one there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to sort of bring a little bit, but mainly I'm going to bring it down here because I don't want it dripping.
Thank you.
Alright, no worries.
What you don't-
Isn't it? Yeah, 4 level ones.
And with this,
You don't want it dripping down onto the actual
There's
hairline
water on
there.
the side, ordinance room,
thank
which
you.
I
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
So I'm going to do this side as well.
So you created sort of a line.
Yeah,
Like a barrier.
Yeah.
and there is a bit of fluff. So this is what you want to get rid of, is here.
Yeah.
This here.
Yeah, that's my main bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
the same
the
as
main-
what I've
When
got,
you were
Claire.
saying when your
Got
makeup,
exactly,
yeah.
when you put your makeup
Because
on, you
sometimes
find
it
all
holds
bloody
on the
knots
hairy bit,
together
doesn't
and
it,
it's
more
a
than it does the
nightmare.
bit that's not hairy as
Mhm.
well, which is really annoying.
So we're going to just do this
Yeah,
down
lovely.
here.
All of that in on most of it.
No, not all of it. About try 7 to 8
Eight,
mils first.
Yeah, try sort of about 7 mils first.
And then I get a lot of hairs, you know, like they're like,
It's
like a-
yeah. Hang on, oh, hang on,
it's
hang
like a
on.
tiny
Sorry.
black,
Yeah.
Mm.
bit of
yeah, a bit more please.
root.
Yeah.
and then you squeeze it and it comes to the surface and it's like tiny, tiny, tiny hair.
Mm.
But
Strange.
really
That should
there,
help
get
to-
those there.
should help to bring
Probably
that
getting
out.
caught in the follicles.
Yeah.
Probably getting caught
Now, if I was going to be going over the lip, I'd be putting a little bit of Vaseline around.
on her actual lip line.
Yeah, just around here, just to sort of protect,
Mhm.
and in the crack, and also just around there, like you do when you do a peel.
Yeah.
Just those little areas so it doesn't get sore. And although I'm not doing her top lip, I'm still going to just put
Going
the
through the
Vaseline.
motions there, yeah.
And also, I'm going to just put a bit of Vaseline also
yeah.
just over those two.
What about when sometimes people get hairs right, you know, like they get
Yeah.
them right near their
Well,
lip? Would
you
you?
can-
Oh, got
You can do all this,
Oh, right,
and
okay,
stretch
yeah.
out,
Yeah.
you know, so you can stretch out to really get
Mhm.
in there.
Where you need.
just need to make sure you've got the lighting so you can see. And under here, you know, I turn go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get
That's
that
it.
right.
So then
on
they,
there.
they get it right
They
on
do.
the line
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
here. So that's important. But for now, any little grazes like this, you're gonna
And
get
that would be
covered
the
up.
same if she had an open spot or something like
Yeah,
that. We would
yeah.
cover that with a bit of
With Vaseline,
Vaseline.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start on. Now the face is where you've really got to make sure that's too runny.
Too runny. Okay.
That's too
That's
runny.
mine.
Because
Yeah.
it's dropping off the spatula.
Yeah, and also more than anywhere, like as I say, we don't want it dripping
No,
down
we
here
don't.
to the
No
hair.
way.
So
No.
we're going to make sure
It's really
that
important.
we've got that there.
And you said we're doing one side and then the other. Is that
Yeah.
the case for this? Is what we're doing now?
Always, she
Yeah.
said, didn't she?
Yeah, always.
half and half.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the treatment because I think we'll be rolling too far over
yeah, okay.
to show. So if I show you and then and then if you was going to do a facial, you could finish with a nice mask after as well, which would be, it really is nice when you.
Is that okay? Is that too?
No, that should be fine. Let me
That
look.
looks better.
And you put
Yeah.
a little bit more in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that alright?
Yeah. Oh no, it's still
Bit
a bit.
more?
Bit
Yeah,
runny.
it's still a bit too runny. That bit's all right, but let's mix it up all evenly because it's really important on the face.
Too runny.
No, it's still too. Just a little bit
Tiny
more.
more.
Fraction. Let me put some in for just one. Put it and you can mix it.
I mean, I'd say put 5 ml in and then add water. 5 ml mix.
And then
And then
one
add-
meal.
yeah,
Did
or
you
half
put
a
that
mil
out?
even.
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah. That's it, I think. Yeah.
Give that a go.
Right, have I got my mitts ready? Because I have to make sure I've got everything ready.
Mitts all done?
So then it's down there, those ones
Yeah,
down
mitts
there,
all
yeah.
done. Okay, that's great.
Get it all
And sometimes I
on the
use little cotton pads, to be honest, on the face.
That should be it, isn't it?
Get it on there and put it
Yeah.
up in the air. See how it goes. That looks more sturdy.
Yeah.
Let Julie have a little
Yeah.
look. It looks better.
It's just the drip test
Yeah.
I do, really.
That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to start. Have I got all? Can I have all the products here, please?
Yeah, you can.
Right. So we're going to start with this side of the face. If we have a close up of the sort of like the hair and the skin.
Do a before and after. Emma, do really close.
Yeah, is that okay? Sorry.
He's our hairy therapist.
That's I want to get that right. Okay, that'll do, Claire. That's fine. I've got a picture.
Okay, so just start applying the product.
Would you do it downwards all the time? Would you?
It's just
Does it matter the direction
not really,
or not?
to be honest with you, not really. I'm not going to
Yeah, but
go
that's
too
going
far
nowhere, is it? It's
underneath.
not
No,
dripping
that's
anywhere.
better. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not dripping down the neck, wouldn't it? If you're too runny.
I'm not going to go too far underneath because of the
Sorry,
waxing that was done. Now, if I was going to go over the top lip, I would just sort of pat it down and bring the product just like how I'm doing now.
Just feather it down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just feather it down like this. It's all right. I'm going to show you this side
Yeah.
because obviously we're okay this side, and I'd bring it just down like this, and then here
Mhm.
I would just bring it up
Okay.
into those little fluffy ones.
Yeah.
Not that Claire's got any little fluffy
No.
ones there. And then I would bring it sort of more or less to around about a line to here. That's what we call our lower face,
Mhm.
okay? Maybe a little bit more just in that corner there, just under here. And then I would also just do. Just on the.
Yeah, we can't have you with that hairy nose
I
anyway.
Actually, Claire hasn't got any open pores
No,
or
she's
anything
not
on her
actually, no,
nose, to
she's
be
not.
honest.
Yeah, I have. There's
No,
nothing.
they're not.
You haven't.
It's just covered up with makeup.
So, but anyway, I just thought I'd show you.
Yeah.
So I tend to do both sides of the nose when I'm doing the nose.
Mhm.
I'll have anything done.
And actually,
Quite
I'm
nice on
surprised
the
how
nose,
many
actually.
people have actually got little hairs on their noses.
Yeah.
You do see that. You do, yeah.
So this can come up a bit higher. If you actually, I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher here because Claire has got just a tiny couple I've just seen now.
Just under.
Just
the
here.
Yeah.
How high near the eye? I've got
No,
mine.
we'll go
I
any
do
higher.
dermaplaning. She's got like hair here. It's
Yeah, I
really
wouldn't.
weird.
I wouldn't go that close,
No,
to be honest.
okay.
I wouldn't go that close. So we've got this on now. Now what you could also do is I use a tissue, but you could use your Elemis, oh here it is. You could use something like, well maybe not that, that's too
Yeah.
heavy. More like an eye mask, but I use a tissue.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put the tissue like this because I'm going to spray.
Good
Yeah.
idea,
So I don't want it to go in her eyes. And also be conscious with your headband that you've got one which my bunny one has, covers the ears, because this one doesn't seem to cover the ears, so it's not
Okay,
spraying down the
yeah,
ears. Don't be
okay.
too close, and also let them know you're spraying because it can make them
Yeah,
jump.
yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. So
It's just like it's all falling on, isn't it?
Yeah.
On that area. Lovely.
just on that area. I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, I'm not the best sprayer in the world. I tend
No,
to have it everywhere. I was all like spraying anywhere. I was like, oh, I've got the patient. So yes, we spray from a bit of a distance, just cover the eye a little bit, and then we're checking our time. So we've had it on probably for about a minute, I would say, would you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then I sort of just go around and gently make sure it's all where it needs to be. How's it feeling? So I always ask
Yeah, fine.
how you feeling.
No problem.
Yeah. Good. Sorry if that went down your ear. Yeah, the headband's a bit far back, but anyway. So any questions, ladies?
No.
I mean, you sort of get the, hopefully
Yeah.
after the last 4 hours, you get the idea of what we're doing, what the treatment can do, what the benefits are,
That's brilliant.
and who you do it on. I mean, everyone is a potential
Fab.
customer with
I love
this.
it. Yeah.
Male, female, young, older,
Mhm.
you know, everyone is annoying. Right, how are we doing? How long have we been
Okay,
going
that's
here?
been on for about about 3 minutes now. About
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Unfortunately, when I'm training, I can't do
No.
timing of doing
No,
that.
no, not at all.
I'm like, oh,
No, she's about 3 minutes. And what would be the average for a face, Julie? Would you think?
I would say to start with 4 minutes,
Okay.
you know, and especially on
Quite
training.
dark there though, aren't I?
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't matter
Does it
what
come
colour
off?
it is.
Yeah,
Doesn't
does it
matter
come
what
off
colour.
then?
Yeah, it's coming off. It's not so much about. It's when we're doing training as well.
Yeah.
We don't do quite as long because we haven't done all the prepping
No.
sort of so much. So we just want to make sure that looks good anyway. So on the face, I tend to like my cotton pads a little bit more than spatula
Mm.
because the spatula sometimes can be a little bit.
Mhm.
Now you want to just make sure that that's all round there.
Mhm. And you just damp it down first.
Just damp it down. Yeah.
Looks great, isn't it?
So how does that attack, you know, the blackheads? Because it opens up, that goes to the pores, is it? And just,
Well, it just clarifies.
is it?
You know, it's clarifying the pores.
Yeah.
You know, so it's closing the pores.
I suppose if it's going into the follicles,
Yeah,
and
if
it's
it's
helping
going
to
into the
clean-
hair follicle,
So it will,
it's going to
yeah,
go into
extract
the
the dirt, will it
pores,
extract
and
the, yeah.
it's going to clean it all, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Good.
Now where you do have to be careful is once you get to the
Just like that. Sorry.
1 second, sorry, I've got.
the corner of the mouth. I'm just trying to find somewhere. Oh, I'll find them in there. Oh no, I'm going to use that, aren't I?
Stick them in there. Is that all right, Jane?
Yeah, sure. That's it. And the reason also, it takes a bit of time to get it off the face. So I start taking it off just that little bit sooner anyway.
Because it's actually going to be on there for probably another minute
Yes,
while you're removing.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine, she knows. She's early, yeah.
Just saying, Julie was just saying that she takes it off a little bit earlier because it does take some time to remove anyway.
Yes,
so
yeah,
you've got
yeah.
to allow that extra time of processing
I
because
see.
while you're removing, it's going to take a little bit more time.
So now you're going to do this, and then would you do the stop me together, and then
No, we're going to
you
do
just do all of it, and then all of it, like if you're going to do a treatment.
I see what you're saying. No, we're going to put the neutraliser on now. It's important that you
Right,
start
get
to
that
neutralise it
pH back down.
straight away. That's
And
why
then
you...
do the stop. Is that the stop?
No, stop it and that all is the end. It's all at the end.
And
Because
then you
that's
do it
like your
all-
moisturiser.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, do it all, so it
Yeah.
all blends nicely.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Otherwise, that's going to continue working. Isn't
Yeah.
it, on the skin?
Yeah.
You've
Do
got
it
to
the other
stop
half.
that.
Yeah.
That's what I do with my
rebalance.
pills. I have to do it after.
You
Try to
neutralise.
neutralise it, yeah.
That's it. So yeah, by the time you look at that, it's probably been on for sort of getting on for more like 5 minutes by the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
it's removed.
Sorry.
You're right.
Trying to find all my bits. Right, I'm going to use a bit of the mitt now, as we've got most of that off. But just really patting. And that probably feels quite nice as well. And also this will help a little bit more with the Vaseline.
So where did the Vaseline? I missed that bit because I was
Oh,
here,
the
so we've done there.
Vaseline when, like literally, what Julie did was she kind of flicked up the hair
Yeah.
and sort of put the long hairs
I
up
know,
into
I
the
know,
hairline.
yeah.
And then Julie did here
Down there.
and then down here, just
Right.
in case it run down.
I see stuff.
Just
Just
around
around
the
the
nose,
right there.
yeah,
I'll
around the
stop
nose.
it.
But we just
Around the
pulled-
nose?
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
around the nose, and on Claire because she's got that
Yeah.
abrasion, a little bit on there as well.
Oh, that nose looks lovely.
I've got time to do one side of your face, Claire.
Imagine.
Oh, your nose looks brilliant.
I'm obsessed by noses. Making sure they're all
Yeah.
nice and
Oh,
clean.
yeah.
Right, so let's dry that off.
She's got a tiny little bit this is.
Yeah. Don't
Sorry,
worry. Remember,
sorry,
this isn't the final clear up now. This
No worries.
because you're still in a sort of a bit of a. You want to get the neutraliser on. So
Yeah.
at the end is when you really do the proper
Get rid of that,
sort
yeah.
of clear up with it. Now, ice roller, please.
Right, where's the ice roller? The fridge.
So I'm going to use me Balance Me, but I'm not going to use it until we get the ice roller in case it tingles.
Right, ready?
Okay, at the ready. Tingle, tingle, tingle.
No, she's not jumping.
What's it like, Claire? Bit tingly?
I must have one for the arm.
Sleep. That's a good sign, right, okay. Okay, and then you put this on, and this just feels nice. And then I just do a movement with it, like I'm doing almost like
Lovely.
a massage,
Yeah.
you know?
I didn't feel that tingle at all.
Are you used to sort of doing like peels and things on your skin?
No.
No? Just want to get that bit. So again, like just movements like you was doing like a massage, you know, where you're coming
Yeah.
up.
It's lovely.
So you give them a little bit of that, and then if they're all right, then it's okay. Let's get on to the other side. Right. Okay, so we're going to leave that.
Leave
There,
that
like there.
neutralising.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we've done all my prepping with my Vaseline and everything. And let's now.
The ice ice rollers good anywhere as a standalone treatment? Like, would they be good for like massaging or like for someone wanted a bit of anti-aging? Is it a good?
Yeah, you could use it, but I wouldn't use it as just. I'd use it with other treatments, but not particularly on its own as such. Because it's not really, it's only like a bit of ice, isn't it? Really. I used to use like ice to slim the face down, because you know all the technology now with the ice machines. Ice actually, it can break down, it hardens the fat cells and then they break.
She used to slim the face down.
Yeah, so years ago they used to eat lollipops. Yeah,
What, to slim your face down?
Yeah, because if you eat the it breaks down fat. Oh, you'd have to eat a lot of lollipops, but
Oh, I started to eat a lot of lollipops.
All the
My face was
sugar.
slimmer.
no, just put water.
Oh,
just
Oh my god.
That would be your new craze.
But yeah, I've been
Yeah,
it's sucking ice
chucked in a
cubes.
bloody
Yeah.
Oh, using the ice roller 10 times a day,
Or sucking ice cubes all day now.
Yeah. which I used to do. But do you know why I used to do that?
Why?
Because I was anemic, and because there's iron in the water, it makes you attract to want to eat the iron. So when I was pregnant, I kept eating ice cubes.
Oh my god.
And if someone's really anemic, they'll eat lots of ice cubes.
Incredible.
Yes, I know lots of useless information.
It's interesting.
Right, put this here.
Where's Smooth?
Oh yeah, I didn't
Nose.
put any on there, did I? Just put a little bit on your nose.
How did you roll the nose? Did you roll her on the nose or not?
I don't think I did.
No,
You
so
can.
do you?
Yeah, just give it a roll.
I suppose if they're not too tingly. Looks lovely.
Okay.
Needed this.
Yeah, like to have. There we are. So now we're going to start spritzing with our calming spritz. But first of all, I'm going to just get into that little bit there a little bit more, just in this side bit here. Just fraction more there, that's it. Okay. I'm like a bit like the mad professor. I get into a right old mess when I'm doing treatments, but anyway, I get there. Right, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Was that a bit harsh on you there? No, it was okay. Just went over it. So once we've actually removed that and put the neutraliser on, then I'll bring the neutraliser up here and give it a bit of a, to just sort of exfoliate so that it's all blended in as such. I mean, if you're doing just sort of top lip or chin and that, you don't really need to do that, because if they've got, it's only if they've got fake tan on really that you're really good. If they've got fake tan and really got dry skin that's got a flake, but other than that, you shouldn't really have to. You should be okay.
Yeah,
Really.
what? Sorry, I missed what it was.
Well, meaning that if you've got someone and you're just doing the top lip, you shouldn't have to worry about blending all the rest of the face and that. They're just coming in for a, £15-20 top lip. They're not coming in to have all the rest done. That's a facial part.
That's
of it,
right. That's a,
you know.
yeah. And if she didn't, sorry, I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
Julie. If she hadn't waxed underneath,
Yeah.
could we take that a bit
Absolutely,
further down
yeah,
if we
I've still
wanted
got
and
yeah.
sort of down? We could do that if we
Oh,
wanted.
you can bring it the right way down.
Right,
the right
okay.
way
Yeah,
down, because some
yeah,
people
great.
have got hair on their neck here and everything as well. So
That's why I had to do that bit, because it was like, it was annoying with all the fluffy bits here.
Hello. What are we doing? I was holding them really tight in my hand. Hold on. Let's have a wash my hands before I do a facial.
And it's good to have a mag lamp when you're doing it. So you really, this isn't really the best lighting to sort of see, but if you've got a mag lamp, you can really see, because them hairs are poking up, which I mean, I don't wear glasses for close up anyway, so I'm quite good, but even so, and I still like a mag lamp is really good to use. Let's give it another spray.
How can you tell? Does it just look like it's kind of drying out, Julie? Is that when you?
I normally sort of, to be honest with you, I say about every sort of 45 seconds or so, really.
Yeah.
But if I'd done it and it was still quite moist, I wouldn't I'd leave it to dry out a little bit, but you normally find it's around about that time. Yeah, I would have liked to have got in a bit more there, but
More.
Have you got all your candles in there?
No, but all my mitts and stuff are done, but
Give it another 5.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'll make it. What time do you make
I've
it?
got it on me.
Oh, that's all right. You still
right,
got
so I'm going to have a
another
little look with the
Yes.
spatula and see
Oh,
what's
okay,
going
yeah.
on.
So if nothing was coming off the spatula, then you would sort of put it all back on.
Yeah, just spread it back again. I'm going to just do one more spritz and then I'll take.
And did you say sort of it shouldn't really be on there any longer than sort of 6 minutes, Julie?
No, face, no more than 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes
Okay.
maximum.
Oh,
I'd say 4 minutes and then start removing
Get
it
that
because
off.
it's going to start it's still going to take you a minute to remove it.
It's max. Okay, that's good. I'm not going to start on a cue card.
It's so soft.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
That's silk.
And that's lovely.
Amazing.
So it's not many hair removal treatments you can do where the clients sort of really.
It's just no
Chilled.
trauma to the skin as well, isn't it? Just
No.
looks, you know, when you're waxing and things around that
Yeah.
area, it's awful because you just think you're going to break
Yeah.
capillaries long term. You're pulling the skin. It's not
Yeah.
nice, is it?
No. I just think once this
So
gets
red
out,
after,
Yeah.
you
it's
know,
awful.
if people
I
just
hate
want a
doing
hair
it.
removal, then it is going to be, I think, something that you'd rather have than.
My God, and I'd
especially-
much rather promote it because people ask me to wax their faces, and I say unless it's really
Yeah.
dark and it's a problem, I don't want to do it
No.
because I just think it's not good for your skin.
No.
you
Well, I have a
know.
client that
So
I
this I can recommend all day
I've
long.
got a couple that what they're like, can you just go up here? And I'm like, yeah, but if I keep going, we can't
Yeah,
wax your whole
But
face.
this is the
But I've
thing.
got a client I
you
do
can
her
do
sideburns.
this.
Do you? Yeah, and actually
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
put
put
quite,
quite-
she keeps, and I'm like, no, because otherwise where do I stop? But it's just fluff, so this is
I've
the
got a few
idea.
ladies that when I've waxed their faces and they've insisted, and I've been doing it over a while, and then they've started to have reactions,
Yeah.
and they just come up really spotty for a couple of days, and I've had to stop doing it.
Yeah.
But this will be
Yeah.
ideal.
But even so, you still got to be careful
But
with
still
it. As
be
I say,
gentle, yeah.
you still got to be gentle
Yeah.
because you know you will get the odd person that will like react and
Yeah.
whatever. You know, it still is a pill
As you
type
say, that,
treatment.
and that patch test is
yeah,
important.
yeah, very much so.
And when you do the patch test, Julie, do you just get them to leave it on the skin, or do you just leave it on for how
No,
long?
just do
You
it the same as what you're doing the treatment.
Okay.
But I'd cut
Okay,
the
so
time
4
down.
minutes or so,
Oh,
or a couple of minutes.
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And it's more about the product, making sure that they're not, you know.
Right. How come we can have it done instead of us not having the patch test done today or whatever?
Well, we normally would do. That's why we don't try to
Yeah.
keep it on quite as long as what
Yeah.
we would.
Mhm.
Right, 3, 2, 1. This is going to tingle because this is a bit more red over this side. Can you feel that bit more?
It's not like really bad though. It's fine.
Scalp.
Like you said, maybe here, but
What's your scalp on that?
Scalp 1 to 10.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit.
I just really like this bit.
Looks nice and relaxing.
And I just sort of do my sort of like lifting, not that Claire needs it, but
It's nice for a
That's
bit of
just-
lymphatic drainage
Yeah.
as well, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
it
That's
is.
nice. You go, my love.
Shall I go? Is
You've
that
got a
alright?
couple of minutes.
Yeah,
you've
you
got a
go.
couple of minutes.
Lovely
Your
to meet
lady's
you.
ready.
and you.
Take care.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
I don't even know you're there, Colin. You're so I can't even hear you breathing. You still alive?
Yeah, I hope
He's
so.
still there, he's still there.
I hope so. I could do with him driving me back
Where are you?
after all my hard work.
Yeah.
We're Beckenham Bromley.
Oh my goodness.
It's not that far, is it, Colin?
No, kids are off school, so it's easy.
That's
Yeah.
true,
Oh, yeah.
that's always good. That's always good.
Right, so I'm going to now leave this
So you just roll her until you see that taking the redness out of
Yeah.
the skin, just to calm it down.
Yeah. And now what I'm going to do, I would suggest if you're going to do it here, you've got to use that table or something to get everything put on
Get
there
it all
properly.
set up on there.
Yeah, because otherwise it's all sort of
All over the
place.
yeah.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit yourself up, Claire. Now I'm going to, with no gloves on. Oh no, sit up.
Oh,
no, yeah, just
sorry.
look up. Sort of.
I was like, oh.
Right, so we're going to now use this, and I'm going to. I've done the nose already, remember, and I'm just going to give a bit of a.
Oh yes.
Bit of an exfoliation. So you could use your sponges or you can just use your fingers.
That feels nice. So fingers.
Yeah, fingers are quite nice.
Mhm.
People like touch, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
anything.
So bearing in mind, I'm only using it like this because I haven't put product on this area.
Yes.
I reckon we're going to be really busy with this.
I think
Yeah.
we absolutely will be, without a doubt.
Just do, but as I say, you've got to do
It'd
your
be nice
test
to do each
stories.
other.
Yeah.
I think that
But when you
I
do
would
your
have done 100%.
Yeah,
You need
but
to
when
know
you
what
do
it
your
feels like
client,
as well, don't we?
anyone you're doing
Yeah,
with your
exactly.
tests, make sure you still do your patch test for them.
Yes,
though,
yes,
okay,
we
and
will
their,
do.
their medical
Well, it's
consent.
like when you said about that stinging, because I saw Keely with her arm, I was expecting that to be
Yeah.
quite intense.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
prepared for it, but
It's not normal on the arm, to be honest.
oh, she's so sensitive as a little cell.
Yeah.
Keely.
Right. So now I'm going to get minutes, and this is quite nice at the end. Just
Nice
going
and
to.
cool.
Yeah.
So then we wipe off the mitts. Because it's more like a patting and a gentle, just a gentle,
Yeah. And this is where I'd use the tip. But as you can see, I'm still not really coming over to this side yet. I'm letting that still sort of neutralise. And I'm sort of working on this side here.
Claire's forehead, that looks really sort of smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nose,
Just
it's
to-
amazing, it's beautiful. Is how long does that neutraliser need to be on for, Julie?
5-6 minutes.
Right,
I
okay.
put 7 minutes, but 5 minutes is fine.
5 minutes
Yeah.
neutraliser,
Yeah.
okay.
If someone was really quite red, I'd leave it the 7
Okay.
minutes. But I think 5 minutes is
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Alright, 5 to 7. Guidelines for the face then, isn't it? We've got that.
Which we're in time to do the mask, but we haven't. But it's so
Well, we
nice.
can always incorporate that when we do our
Yeah.
case. Would you recommend that?
No, you don't have to. But I just think if you're going to do it as a facial treatment, yes. If you're doing
Fine.
it, so I would
So,
recommend about
yeah.
£75 you're going to charge
Fine.
for doing
And
your.
then we would put the mask on while
Yeah.
that's on, do a nice
Is
shoulder
that about
massage.
yours? Is that 75, 85?
Yeah, we do 70 for the like a pro collagen or a superfood, and we charge 89 for the biotech.
Yeah.
So
okay.
the biotech is a full hour and a half, and the standard LMS is an hour and 50.
So I'd say 75 is probably about
Yeah,
your.
around about
right,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Well, for an hour and 15, would you make it an hour?
I'd make it an hour. I don't think you need to.
Yeah, it must be a bit
I
longer.
think so.
Because if they
You're
are
getting
coming
a
in.
peel,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
getting
Yeah.
a hair removal,
Yeah.
you're getting a lot.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
And then after you've put the SPF on and stuff, do you say obviously don't put any makeup on, sleep in it until you sort of the next day, 24 hours
Yes,
before you do
yeah.
anything? Yeah. Was that?
It is really,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
So a little bit more reactive over this side, just a slight. I can't do much here because I don't want to play around with this here,
No.
where she's got this in here. That's a little mole, so I can go over and take that
Okay.
little bit of dead skin cell off. And then I've got everything underneath. Okay, so that's that. Dry off with the tissue. I'm going to now put on our Stop It, so it all looks really nice and glowy. And sometimes you'll get a little bit of redness like this here, pimpling up. This side, none of it. And then we're going to put on the Stop It now. How's that feel, Claire?
Lovely.
So just gently pat that in.
Yeah,
really,
but as you come up here, you can do a little bit more massage,
Yeah.
Claire, because we haven't. So I was just sort of
Didn't do
come
that
in and
bit.
do some.
Oh, feel free.
Hmm.
You.
I know. Let's have a little
Sorry, no, it's me leaning over you. That's lovely. That's lovely, Claire. I'll take a picture of you. And then all the bits are on the other
I think that
side.
bit gets a bit irritated anyway, that if it is, like you say, a bit red.
Yeah. No, it's more a little bit on your cheek
Oh, is
here,
it?
actually. Yeah. Now I'm going to put your sunscreen on.
Stop in
Oh
there.
yes,
Right.
yes, definitely, yeah.
Right, now we're going to go on with our sunscreen.
Did you used to do beauty therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But I
can
was
tell
never
with your
really-
hands actually.
Yeah, but funny enough,
Yeah,
I was never actual beautician. I've always been more of an aesthetician, so I've never really done. It's funny, I've never done pampering treatments. Everything I've ever done has always
You've
caused
got that
pain.
touch.
Yeah.
No, you've
But
got,
everyone
I think,
says that, yeah.
You've got that
More
touch,
like
yeah.
facialist. You've always
Yeah.
like, specialised in
Yes,
that kind
I
of
have.
touch in the face.
Yes,
and
I
it's-
have. I was
yeah.
a facialist,
Yeah.
really. But I've got little hands and I just sort of.
No, it's
yeah, everyone
nice.
says that. I've got the touch.
Yeah, you
It's
have.
nice.
It's lovely.
It's good.
And then sometimes what I do is, so then I finish off and I just sort of like we do when we finish the
Lovely.
treatment.
Yeah.
And then what I might do as well is just at the end, either the rose or something, just a nice little touch.
Nice.
And then just sort of,
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
thank you. Okay,
Mm.
so let's have a little look
Take
here.
a picture.
Yeah, I will
So we're all
do.
a little bit there, so it's all nice and clear.
Oh, it's beautiful, Claire.
Yeah, it will be really, really nice. How does it feel, Claire?
Yeah, lovely.
Looks
Yeah.
absolutely
It will feel very
gorgeous.
tight,
Mm.
but most of us quite like that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Yeah,
We do, and
absolutely.
you just might need, as I said, to moisturise it a little bit more because it's obviously like
Bit
having
more
a peel or
hydration.
whatever. And but other than that, you're good to go.
Thank
Cool.
you.
You're
That's
welcome.
lovely.